Okay, so now we've got this curtain panel form that we've created with our structure that's in there. And so now what I'm going to do is I am going to insert it into my family. And you see how I can say load into project and close. Now, of course, I did save it. I'll just save it one more time just for safety's sake. And I'm going to say load into project and close. So now I'm going to put load into project, right? So now this is loaded in the project. Now I'm going to come out here to this form and I'm going to look at this form, and you remember we created this form. I'm going to go back into the edit in place, and if I click on my mesh, notice in my spacing you see how I'm an equal number with 12 and 12, and we might be able to leave it that way right now, but what if I wanted to go in here and say this is 10 and 10? That'd be more of a metric thing, right? See how the panels seem to get a little larger? That's why I'm going to go back to 12 and 12. But I just wanted to show you what that would look like. And we're going to go ahead and see what we can do at this point now. So if I come in here right now and I say finish mask again and I click on this, notice over here I'm not getting anything when I go to my browser, right? I'm clicked on it, it says it's a mask. What do you want to do with it, Joel? You can't do anything with it here. That should tell me I have to go back into an edit in place. And now when I'm in the edit in place mode, when I click on it, watch what option I get. I click there, and now it says no pattern. But if I click on this, notice if I go down, look, I've got my parametric roof panel aluminum. And if I click on that and give it a few seconds, let's see if it does something for us. A little nervous right now. This seems to be, it's taken a little bit, but there's a lot going on in that family we made. So it's working itself right now, and it seems to be moving a little faster. There we go. Hey, look at that. And then if we hit finish mask, now we've got this really kind of interesting this kind of curtain panel that's sitting in there. But what's the matter? It seems like it's upside down right now. Let's go ahead and pause the video and talk about something. Okay, so we can see the problem with our mass is that what do we have? We have this component, the curtain panel we put in, but it's come in and it seems like it's upside down. The glass is on the bottom. If we look in the section, it looks kind of weird, right? So what if we go back here to 3D and we go in and we click on our mass, right? We want to get the whole mass. And what if over here we come in and we say component flip and we hit apply? And it's going to take a few seconds, but as you'll see, it's kind of building itself right now, and it's going to give us a little error because it's trying to fit portions and pieces of this component into the spaces that we created. And what you'll see is that because this mass is a complex mass, it takes more time. If this was just a flat form, it would be a lot easier for Revit to compute it, but it's computing it and putting our little curtain pattern in each and every place that's in there. And so now, hopefully right at this point, it's continuing to generate our curtain panel within our mass form that's divided. So let's give it a few more seconds and see what we get. We're right around 52, 53%, and hopefully it'll finish up. All right, it says there's an error. We're going to hit OK. And there we go. You see it flipped it, and now our component is out here on the outside, and it's that interesting kind of red color. I'm going to change this to fine. All right. And now we have this interesting glass roof, component roof over our gas station. We might go in though and say, hey, our structure looks a little thin, but that's okay. I mean, I think that's okay for what we're doing, but look how it created and put our mass on each portion of that, right? So we'll go ahead and stop this video, and then we'll come back in the next video and we'll kind of do some cleanup. And what I mean is cleanup is we want to maybe extend some columns, maybe we want to go back in the family, possibly change the size of the structure. I doubt we'll need to do that, but the coloring looks a little strange. Maybe we'll go in and change our shading to something else so we get a little more color in this regard. So I'll go ahead and stop this video and we'll pick back up in the next one and we can take some questions.